Did you know that there's a Harvard review study that mentions that 95% of the decisions that we make is from our subconscious mind? That means that only 5% of it is actually using our conscious mind. That literally means that all of our decisions are made out of habit. So if you have bad habits, then you make not so good decisions, you know? So one hack that definitely has helped me is journaling. Journaling has helped many people in the past to discover who, what, and how they function. That's such an important skill to have, especially when you're the one living in your own life, in these shoes of yours. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do another video and it's gonna be about something that has completely changed my life, and it is journaling. I took a 1-year break from social media, and here's one thing that I learned. Journaling literally changed my life. I am able to live a happier, more fulfilled, and more meaningful life from journaling. Seriously, it sounds so simple, but that has made so much of a difference to me. Studies show that there are so many benefits to journaling. It goes from your mental health, physical health, it gives you better sleep, it lowers your blood pressure, it reduces illnesses, literally even the flu, and reduces stress and anxiety levels. So if you are suffering from any of these symptoms, then I suggest that you journal. In today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to journal just to kickstart this journaling journey. Tip number 1 is gratitude. Now this one is so important, and I put this one at the top of the list because if you don't have this, you forget about the rest of them. None of them work at all. So gratitude is so important. What you can do is wake up first thing in the morning and end the day in writing some gratitude notes. So that could be literally listing 1 to 3 or 5 things that you are grateful for. It could be anything. It could be tuning in with your body and being thankful for your body for functioning every single second and making all the mechanisms of your body work. That could be something that you're grateful for, or your dog, the food that's on your table, the people that made the food and is able to provide for you. All these little things, note it down. I know it sounds so little and minor, but trust me, when you actually start writing these things down and feeling the emotions of being grateful, it definitely changes your outlook of life and just gives you a better perspective on everything. You can also find someone that you don't like and write 3 things that you admire about them. Trust me, after this exercise, you can no longer be mad. You can no longer dislike them. Everyone has a trait that you admire, and everyone has a trait that's different to you that you like. Come up with 3 and write them down, because then that way you turn a bad situation and turn it into something good. Tip number 2 is writing down a dear diary. So what I would do in the morning is just kickstart my morning by saying, I don't know, just easy things to start writing, just getting thoughts on paper. And if you don't know what to say, just start by saying, today it is the 24th of August, it is 9 a.m. I'm sitting in my room, and I don't know, just write exactly where you are, how you're feeling, and that way you can kind of kickstart the journaling. Tip number 3, Professor James Pennebaker says that there is one exercise that is extremely helpful and can even be proven to heal traumas, and that is expressive writing. What it is you put your hand, hold the pen, put it on paper, and you just start writing for 20 minutes straight. Don't stop. Facts, feelings, just write it all down and just keep writing. Even if you don't know what to say, just scribble until you know the next thing to say. And what I'll do is I'll just keep writing, and usually you use like a traumatic situation in your life. It is proven that in a month it can seriously heal trauma. That is so crazy. And it's proven to, like, your psychology, it helps. Isn't that crazy? Now, those were my tips for sorting out your internal sources. After you figure out your internal situation, that's where you should start. Then you can go on to external and looking out into the future and creating opportunities for yourself and stuff like that. Tip number 4 in journaling. So one thing I love to do is writing down your visions, your goals, your manifestations, like all those things. I find the best part of journaling is just using your imagination. Pretty much write anything about your life. What you think you can be, what goals you want to have. The more unachievable, the better, because that makes life way more exciting. If your goals are achievable, why are they your goals? You can do them anyway. So why not aim for the stars, right? There's a saying that says, if you aim for the stars, if you miss, at least you'll land on the moon. So let's do it. So when you are doing your goals, visions, and aspirations, I would highly suggest breaking them into sections. So you can do 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. Whatever time frame you want to do, you can kind of cut them up and just write them down. And the reason why I say this is because later on, you're going to look back and be like, holy moly, I actually did achieve these things. Even though it's so little, going to the gym 3 days a week, going for a walk 3 days a week, like all these little things, you write it down, and then when you look back, you're gonna be like, wow, I did do them. And then that way, it actually builds your confidence, your self-confidence, because you committed to something that you said that you were gonna do. It is very good for your self-esteem if you can achieve little goals and make them build up. As you know it, they kind of become bigger goals. When you look back, you're kind of like, wow, I actually can do all these things. And yeah, anything is possible, really. One thing I love about journaling is that it's the one moment that you can have with yourself where nothing else matters in the world, no influence. It's just you're writing down your thoughts. No one gets to read it. No one needs to read it. No one's gonna see it. You can burn it after. Seriously, you can do anything that you want with the journal. You can even type it up and lock it away if you want to have like an e-journal. Us humans are very habitual, so if a place brings chaos, then if you go back to that place, it tends to bring up the same feelings. So what I would suggest is finding a place that you can settle in and get comfortable and calm and peaceful and start writing. That can be even outdoors, a part of your house. For me, it's my kitchen counter and it's my bedroom. Those two places, as soon as I sit down, I'm suddenly wanting to write how I'm feeling, and I just tend to write and it just flows out. I think successful people know one thing, and that is self-awareness and knowing exactly what triggers you, understanding the mechanisms behind your brain, how it functions, your likes and dislikes. Knowing these things has definitely helped people get to where they are. You know, like if you don't know what you want, how do you know what to get or what to achieve? You know, so definitely starting small and writing down in the journal helps. In the beginning, it's gonna feel like such a mess. You're gonna be writing from A, B, C, and then Z, and then M, and everything's not gonna make sense. And that's totally normal. It's very, very normal for that to happen. So it's just a matter of practice and getting it out. Just start writing. If you can't control your mind, it's gonna control you. So you really, really need to understand the importance of having control of your thoughts and emotions. Us humans are extremely habitual. We function from habit, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's what keeps us safe back in our ancestral days. If you know this, then you kind of wanna create good habits around it, and you wanna understand the patterns that create who you are as a person. That way, whatever you want to change about yourself, you know what you want to change, and you know what you want to improve or pull back on, and you know, kind of tweak that way. If you don't want to write, you can type it out. You can type it out on Google Docs, Notion, whatever you want to use. Some people find typing better because you might think faster than you can write. You can also store it into sections, files. You can break it down into dates, months, years. You can even put a lock on it so no one can access it. Or you can even access it on your phone and your computer. So there's many perks to e-journaling. I actually have a new one here. I just purchased it. I need a million of these. I bought the same one in the same color, and what I plan to do is pretty much just have a section, like a shelf, and just has all my journals of the years. This one is the crossed stone paper notebook. I like the size A5. Dotted journals are the I love dotted journals. It's better than lined paper for some reason. Ask any journaler and they'll tell you that same thing. And I don't know what it is with the dots, but seriously, they make a world of a difference. But with a journal has to come a pen, right? So this is my favorite pen. This pen I bought from Kmart. It was super cheap. It was like $8 and has lasted me so long. So that is it for today's video. If you guys have any more suggestions of what videos you want to include, leave them down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it very helpful. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And as always, love you guys. And I'm out. Bye.